Hello everyone, my name is Patricia Sims, and this presentation will cover self-regulation cycle, which is a concept from social cognitive theory. To summarize, social cognitive theorists believe that people are in charge of their own behavior. So in my concept map, you'll see in the center the self-regulation cycle, and it has three components to it. So forethought phase, performance phase, and self-reflection phase. In the forethought phase, this basically occurs before the person begins a task, and this includes two components that you'll see below: task analysis and self-motivational beliefs. Basically, task analysis is when the student focuses on setting a goal and determines strategies on how they'll meet that goal. In self-motivational belief, this has about 5 concepts. And the first one is self-efficacy. And that basically just means how capable a person believes that they are in the whole process. In terms of outcome expectations, basically the person would predict any consequences that might arise from them achieving their goal, whether that's, um, you know, getting praise or getting a raise or increased responsibilities. And intrinsic interest is basically focused on the task itself, and it helps them maintain motivation. So it can help even when external rewards are not being offered. For goal orientations, there are actually two types of goal orientations. There's learning oriented and performance oriented. For learning oriented, basically they're interested in internal rewards. So if they want to increase their understanding of themselves and others, so they get their motivation from the internal aspect. For performance oriented, they're interested in external rewards and results. For example, like a test score and grades. Basically, external factors motivate them. And so the next epistemological beliefs basically is what a person believes about how we gain knowledge and how things come to be, basically. And whether that's learning from ourselves or receiving knowledge from others. For this concept, it can affect how a student, their thought process in relation to setting goals and accomplishing tasks. So, how they think learning or gaining knowledge could determine how they proceed. So, the next phase that I want to talk about is to the right, and it's performance phase. And during this, they're going to act on the tasks and strategies that they developed in the previous phase. And a main component for this is self control. And basically, they want to approach the task or goal in a disciplined manner. So that includes focusing attention. So, focusing on the task at hand. And then the next step would be self instruction. So, in this area, they would describe the steps that they need to take to carry out that task or meet that goal. And following that would be self tactics or specific tactics. And to do that, it could be anything like memorization or comprehension ideas, just to help them make sure that they are on track. And then the final area under self control is self observation. So the student would keep track of their performance and the things that are affecting it. And if they determine that something is being affected, they may try different things to regulate their behaviors. And in the last phase of the self regulation cycle, this is the self reflection phase. And basically, they're going to reflect on what was done, um, and if the results were acceptable. So basically, three things I wanted to highlight is self-evaluation. So the student considers factors that played a major role in their success or failure. So what worked and what didn't work for them. And then self reinforcement. So it's basically their thoughts or feelings, and in terms of the experience and if they met or exceeded their goals. So basically, treat yourself in that sense. And the final thing that I wanted to highlight is conclusions. So they basically think about how to improve the self-regulatory, like their skills in this whole cycle. I want you to keep in mind that individuals often revisit different phases during this cycle. And that is pretty much it for my presentation. I hope you found this information useful and thank you for watching.